Welcome everybody to another episode of Uneducated MMA. I'm your host with the most wandered.
Let's go.
And I'm joined here by the BMF champion of the world, REG.
Yeah, that was so hard to do.
I know, right? You go back to the gym for like a week. You just
That first day back at the gym will freaking restart your life.
Yo, nothing's worse, I feel like, than the first real leg day, and you got a set of stairs in front of you. You're like, I don't know if I can do
that's
it, bro.
tomorrow, too.
Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, I live on the 3rd floor, so, you know, the gym's on the basement, so technically that's 4 flights of stairs I gotta go up.
Bro,
Yeah,
that is tough.
it's a pain. The last time I did it, last time I was like, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks without going to the gym, just kind of like going here and there, but it's usually just arms. When you're real lazy, you just do arms.
Yeah.
So I went back and I was like, all right, let me lock in get a good leg day in. I was in there for like an hour.
Yeah.
I got out and I was looking at those stairs and I was like, it's gonna be tough. I still had like the adrenaline.
It's going down. It's going down the hill.
That's what I noticed. So the adrenaline was still there. So I was like, all right, I should be fine. I went up the stairs, a little shaky, but I was all right. The next day, bro.
Oh,
I usually would then just, we get the elevator. I was like, I'm going to take the stairs. I'm conscious. Let me just take the stairs. Going down those stairs, the slightest bend of my leg was excruciating pain.
That's so tough, bro. And it's like, I know this leg day is going to be one of the worst of my life.
It's a weird reward that you get afterwards. I don't know. It's
needed though.
Some people thrive off the soreness. I
love it when I'm already on a roll.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting as sore as as sore as I am now.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's like if you take some time off and then you go back into the gym, that first wave of soreness, when your body's not used to it, brutal. Absolutely brutal. Other than that though, how are things? How are the kids?
Everything's good, man. Fucking getting after it. I'm trying to get this hibernation weight off.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was a little bulky this winter.
Summer's always there. You know what I'm saying? Did we get like 4 months?
It ain't gonna be nothing though.
Yeah, it's light work. It's light
A
work.
couple months.
We got to get you in shape, bro. You got to get into the UFC.
Bro,
We keep doing.
When's camp?
So now we're in focus is no longer the heavyweight champ. That's long gone. So where are we locking in? Are you going 205? You going lightweight?
God.
Like heavyweight?
205 if I did it
You versus Chama. What are you
if I did heavyweight in a healthy fashion. It'd take me over a year.
225 to 265. That's a decent range to be in.
It'd take me over a year.
Okay.
I'm going to stick to heavyweight for now.
Okay. I say we get the training camp going. Go fund me at uneducatedmma.com.
Yeah. But I'm thinking like a 220 heavyweight. Who's this dude? Why is he 5'10", 5'11"? I'll be a little small.
You'd be like a bulkier Khalil Roundtree.
I should be like heavyweight, but
we were both talking about when we started playing the Undisputed game, and we were like looking at like the different weight classes and such. And I just every time I look at it, I'm like, me cutting down to like being 6'1", having to cut down to like 170 to 185. I'm like, I don't know if I can do it, bro. A solid 215 right now. I don't know if I'm cutting down, bro. What are we talking about? Uneducated MMA. That's right. We'd be doing
MMA.
It's a weird one, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. We're going to call this one I'm not going to say a filler episode, but kind of like a filler episode. If you watch anime, you get what I'm saying. This one is weird. This entire month, we've had nothing but fight nights that are, some are cool, some are weird, some have like some good fights, some have some okay fights. I feel like with this upcoming Saturday, main event, I'd say I'm very interested in, but the rest of the card, I'm going to watch it, but I don't think there's anything that's like really has me locked in. Sean Strickland versus Fluffy Hernandez. I feel like this is one where we're going to see middleweights getting crazy and possibly a title contender comes out of it. I would say right now, Sean Strickland's at a point where if he wins, he's got a chance to, we'll say, stay in the top 5 kind of area. But if for whatever reason he either doesn't show out or wins by, I guess in his fashion, would be like a very mid decision. I don't necessarily know if they necessarily let him fight up or if they're going to have him fight down.
Right.
Most of the time when you see situations like this where you have somebody that's teetering, former champion, has lost a couple fights. Granted, it's been to DDP, so it's nothing,
Yeah.
You're losing to the best, so like how much can you put against him on that?
Right.
He is in a weird spot where I feel like he needs to kind of have an impressive performance to be able to justify another title shot, potentially.
If for such an aggressive person, he lacked aggressiveness his last couple fights.
Yeah.
Like, he really was picking his spots and really, maybe he was overthinking it. I don't know what was wrong with him, but the Sean Strickland I know gets after it.
That's what we were talking about when we were doing the preview. I went back to watch the episodes, and what we were basically saying was, like, for him to get the belt back from DDP because it was a close fight in the first one, you just have to be more active than he is.
Yeah.
Like, your output just has to be there.
Yeah.
He seemed to kind of be slower than, I guess, the first fight. So
Very defensive.
We'll see how he does in this one. We know Sean Strickland. He's usually all about going to war and this, that, and the third. He's always, I don't know, one to stand in the fire.
I don't know what it is.
You would think if he had more power, I think he'd be a much more exciting fighter to watch.
Know, right?
Yeah, but he's just kind of like pitter-patter, but a lot of it.
He's one of the fighters that I became a fan of.
Yeah.
When I recently got back into UFC, and surprisingly, because he doesn't seem like the type of person I'd be a fan of.
Really?
but
is it the press conferences? Is it like
no? I don't know. It's like if I met him in real life, I know I wouldn't like him.
I get what you mean.
But I fucks with him for some reason.
Yeah.
I think it's his unfilteredness, and in this climate of day and age, he just doesn't give a fuck.
Not even a single one.
And
no.
I feel that, man. I really respect that because, like, it's just getting out of hand these days.
He really says and does whatever he feels like comes to his mind, and I respect it for him.
Yeah.
Do I agree with everything?
No, I can't say that.
But I will say, like, hey, for me, every time I see Sean Strickland, he's exciting to see when he gets the microphone because I'm just like, what are you going to say next?
He's in a way, he's kind of familiar.
We all know that Sean Strickland. We all have that one friend that you're like, I love you to death, man, but I cannot bring you out in public. You're feral. You're a problem.
Yeah.
I got one buddy who
racist friend
who has asked several times to be on any one of the 17 podcasts that we do out of the studio. And I think we've all unanimously said, I'm so sorry. No. We can't trust you with a microphone. Even though these are recorded and edited.
Yeah.
That's too much to cut out, man. I don't know what you're going to say on this mic, so.
Yeah.
We're going to be a little careful. On the flip side of it, though, Anthony Hernandez, or Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, it's weird. I feel like he's one of those guys that has earned just being called by his nickname. Like, I feel like most of the time I hear anybody in MMA space, they just call him Fluffy. So we're just going to rock with Fluffy.
Fluffy Hernandez.
He's got a good shot right now at a title shot. I feel like off of any win over Sean Strickland, I think he's right there. How he'll fare against Khamzat, I'm not entirely sure. His grappling is good. He, so far, is also one that is going to throw himself in the fire. So if we're talking like putting the pace on somebody, I got to go with him.
Yeah.
I gave him, I think, damn, I got to remember. Did I give him submission of the year or did I just give him an honorable mention? I want to say it was an honorable mention because he was, remember him versus Roman Dolidze?
Yeah.
And he just basically like bulldog choked him across the octagon. You got it. That's pure strength.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Jesus Christ. That's another grown man. I think people forget that we're watching two grown-ass men. Like, when you see somebody get dogged like that, you think it's whatever, but that's a grown man in there.
There's levels to this shit.
There's another grown man that weighs over 180 pounds. Like, I don't know.
Treating him like a kid.
Like a little kid, bro. That's what I'm saying. Those dudes, that's why I'd be fighting. I feel like I'd be at around 185 pounds.
I think I would have to fight them too, honestly. I know when we were talking about it in the intro, I was being more realistic. Like on the weight side, take me a year. But if I was really fighting, I would have to drop down to like
Sean Strickland is 6'1", and Anthony Hernandez is 6 foot. I'm right there with him. I'm gonna have to cut down to 185.
I would have to go to 185 for sure. Even though that's a reach for me.
Yeah, I know.
But realistically, if I was cutting weight and I was eating, I choose not to eat healthy. Yeah. It's not like
put me in the UFC PI and away from the McDonald's, and I'm there. I got you.
If I'm training for something, shit.
This goes to my thing. I wanted to bring this up to you. It's a business idea, if anything. This is fully funded by 806. I promise you. Me and you, 6 months. No, 2-3 years. 6 months. Thailand, Muay Thai camp.
Muay Thai, bro.
It keeps popping up in my feed, bro. You can pay. You pay. Yo, it's not that expensive.
It's like a deposit,
bro. Not even. You pay, and they just set you up for like a month in Thailand. You get a place to stay, meals, the whole nine. You get training camp, the whhole nine.
If I can figure out a way to take a month off, or 2, what'd you say, 2 months? 2-3 months?
Hey, we could.
Bro, it's the work. I could probably do it though.
FMLA, you know what I'm saying? It was like
I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I'm about to go to Thailand and practice Muay Thai for 3 months.
We can do the research and we can spin this as a religious trip.
Yeah.
I think that we can kind of find out that this is somehow we're like our inner peace, man. I don't know, but I'm telling you, 2-3 months we go to Tiger Muay Thai. We go straight to Thailand.
And when I come back to work, they just like, damn, this mother, don't fuck with this guy. He's a dangerous.
He's got like a crazy full head of hair. Yeah. You're just always wearing like the Muay Thai bands. You're just, what's going on, bro?
Crazy demeanor, like
you're just in the office, just throwing knees.
just a calm monk-like energy about me. Like, yo, Ariel's different.
Ariel, what happened? I'm locked in.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you tap in. This is what happens. That'd be so funny, bro. I think it would be great. We film the whole thing. Or we make it an entire series. Maybe we make a movie out of it. Who knows?
That'd be so fucking funny.
The Adventures of Uneducated MMA in Thailand. I can see it now. And we do the same thing. We there. Then we go to Dagestan. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that would be so crazy.
We take a trip to. We'll go to France.
Fucking Russia.
We're gonna go to
for smoking weed like Brittany Griner. I get lost.
No one is getting traded for us. We're getting left. No one is trading anybody for us.
Dungeon in Russia, bro.
We're writing letters. You have 2 Americans. They're like, what are they? Dominicans. Leave them over there. Like,
I couldn't just fucking hold off for a couple.
Dog, it'd be so bad.
I couldn't help myself. I need to smoke.
You just smuggle it from, I don't even know where.
That would be a crazy twist to a movie, though.
That's what I'm saying. I think we have the plot line here.
Like, we had, the first movie was ill. We went to Thailand. These are freaking.
Yeah.
Now, the sequel, we're in freaking Dagestan. I get in trouble. It becomes this huge thing.
I got to break you out of a gulag. Using all the skills I learned in Thailand.
Bro, it's literally the gulag. They give me a revolver. They give another guy a revolver across the gulag. And I gotta kill him to get out.
Yeah. Each of you only 1 bullet.
But that would I know it sounds crazy, but we could put that.
It sounds like 2 movies of 1 movie.
No, these are 2 movies.
Okay.
No.
I understand that we have. I wanted to say Harold and Kumar, but I had to say we have.
I was thinking Harold and Kumar.
The Adventures of Uneducated MMA in Thailand. That's part 1. Part 2, Dagestan. You get arrested, you go to the gulag. But it sounds like you 1v1 with revolvers in a gulag is its own movie.
No, bro.
While I'm over here,
I get back in time for you to win the tournament.
Okay.
Like you've been training this whole time. Like I need to raise money to get Ariel out. something. I don't. And then eventually I get out.
I train wrestling, grappling, and I joined a grappling tournament, right? A combat sambo tournament.
Yeah.
And I need to win to raise the money
to bail me out. But really, they gave me the choice. I can wait for bail.
Yeah.
Or I can go into the gulag and get out immediately.
I'm in the championships of the gulag. It's all or nothing. And then I see you in the crowd. Movie ends. Movie ends right
How
there.
the fuck does he get out of jail, bro?
Like, that's part 3.
Oh, yo, that'd be the craziest.
You find out in part 3. How do we get here?
I don't know. But we're wrestling in Dagestan and we're training in Thailand, man.
We got to figure it out. I say this is the wave. I think this is what we got to do. We know how to call it. We'll figure it out. Anyway, back to the card.
Yeah.
Whew. Sean Strickland and Anthony Hernandez. Like I was saying, Anthony Hernandez, I think for me, has an opportunity off of this win to boost himself into a title shot contention. Or not contention at this point. I would say title shot.
Yeah.
Sean Strickland, for me, DDP, I feel like was kind of his way back in. I know that Khamzat is like a fresher matchup for him, but at the same time, I think everybody knows how that's going to go, so I don't think they're going to push for that to happen.
I don't want to see Sean Strickland versus Khamzat.
No, I don't think anybody does.
Actually, I don't really see anyone going up against Khamzat.
I think at this point, he's kind of reigned supreme over the division for a little bit. I really don't know.
They better hope he moves up.
Well, that's what he keeps talking about, and that's the thing that doesn't make any sense for me, because it's like they're putting a lot of plans on him versus one of these middleweights, but since he got the belt, he's like, yeah, me and Alex, 205. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
He's like, bro, stop saying that. We're trying to fight you.
Yeah, I'm trying to fight you. Chill. Yeah, it's a lot of mess. I feel like the heavier weight divisions right now are just kind of like all over the place. I don't know what's going on with that one.
I think the entire UFC is getting a little messy.
Yeah.
Think about because when I was thinking about like heavyweight's a little messy, more than messy. Light heavyweight, a little messy. Mm-hmm. And then we got everything under there is a whole bunch of like champions moving up, going into the other divisions, who's gonna interims, and
that's kind of the entire UFC
injury right now. With Pantoja.
I would argue the only one that well, actually, even with an injury right now, I guess also kind of mucks up the works is the women's divisions are the only ones that are kind of like, all right, we're at least know who's next for the most part. The only thing that's a little unfortunate is Kayla Harrison being injured, but other than that, I think for the most part, they have it kind of lined up as who's next, what's going on.
So they almost lost her head.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of movement right now. I think a lot of it stems from like people wanting to become legends very quickly. They want to be marked as one of the greats, but then also that helps them with their paper. You know what I'm saying? They get noticed as one of the best UFC fighters currently and ever. You can negotiate better. You can get better contracts. You can get better marketing deals. You can get better sponsorships. All kinds of stuff can come with that. So the whole thing of being double champ, holding the belt in multiple weight classes, or beating the best people that currently are there because you think you can beat them or whatever it might be, that'll kind of cement you in a position where you're able to negotiate better. Yeah. Now, how many people actually get to do that we'll see. But for right now, I think it's just too much movement. I think the UFC is really trying their best to kind of put a stop on that. But as of right now, we do have some holdups. I feel like at the very top of most of the divisions, there's not a lot of movement. So you're either seeing the same three dudes fighting each other or the same three dudes waiting forever to try to get a title shot. So
a whole bunch. It's like the first it was Tom Aspinall. We can go through all the divisions. Like Tom Aspinall. There was like, I wouldn't even say Islam, but like kind of.
Islam, I think, gets put on the ice because of all the opportunity he has. He's in a weird spot. Yeah. He's got too many options.
Yeah.
And then also the White House card being a thing, that is also just kind of stopping a lot.
I think that's a big part of all of this.
Yeah. I think after that happens in like June, July, we'll get a much clearer picture.
The faucet will be open finally.
I think so. I think so.
The Panama Canal is definitely fucking...
Well, I'll tell you right now, especially with like heavyweight, I think by like July, we'll have an interim champion.
Okay.
Me personally. We'll get into that a little bit more later, but I think that's where things are heading right now.
Movie number 3. We train with Waldo. We go to DR.
Yo, bro, yes.
Bro. But yes. So
hold on. I immediately in my mind it just went to like Marvel end credit. So like movie 2, it ends. I see you in the crowd. It ends, right?
Yeah.
Credits roll, end credit scene. It's all you hear is like let's see, what do you want it to be? Do you want to hear a baseball bat like tapping the ground? Or do you just want to hear mitts being hit with like salsa playing in the background?
I'm thinking salsa playing in the background.
Yep.
Batting practice.
Ooh, okay. Batting practice.
Dingers
you
just hear ding. It's fucking get lit.
Yeah.
And it's fucking Waldo.
And then he just turns around and it's Waldo and then black.
Yeah.
We will return. Doomsday.
I'm about to start writing the script.
Yeah.
But yeah, so heavyweight, Waldo will be the champion. I'm just gonna throw it in the freaking universe.
No, if there's a send me the website, I can bet on that.
I'll do it now.
By July or August, Waldo is gonna be our heavyweight interim champion. I don't care. Like he's pacing up Cyril God. It's happening.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I think it's a weird mix that you have right now. I'm hoping that the UFC basically decides to do this. You have a time limit now on when you can fight. If you can't fight in that time limit for whatever reason, if it's in your control or out, doesn't matter, you have to give up the belt. There is no interim. There is just the new.
Yeah.
You can get a title shot when you come back, depending on the time. If it's within the calendar year, you can get your title shot. If it's out of the calendar year, you'll have to fight whoever the contender is, and then you'll be able to get a title shot.
That's a good little...
I think that, for me, that works. Because it forces people to fight a little bit more often, but it also allows the division to move. I'm going to be honest, I do like the idea of like a long-reigning champion, but not if it's a long-reigning champion that fights once a year. That's kind of boring.
Yeah.
I want to see, because usually that person is the best. So I want to see the best at least twice a year.
Right.
I feel like that's fair.
Like I'm a big, I want to say big fan, but I'm definitely a fan of Islam, and I don't see him enough.
No, you also have with him like Ramadan and such. He's not. I don't think he's one of the fighters that chooses to fight during, unless it's like this is your only opportunity to do something great. Like then he'll be like, all right, I got you. But like for the most part, I think he chooses to take at least this time of the year off. So you really have him, because remember we have that 6-week break from like mid-December to end of January. So you got him kind of from like I think like May going forward. I think that's when you would actually see him fight. But you got to remember, it's like
this is all Ramadan.
No. But in the sense of like you have to give him the time for Ramadan, but then you also have to give him the time for an actual fight camp to get ready. Like, in actual good fighting shape. Because you're no longer fasting. You're actually on your proper time. You're sleeping when you need to sleep. All that kind of stuff goes into play. You have to give him, I would say, probably usually May to June is when you'd see him fight. And then he'd probably fight 2, maybe even 3 times in the year, but it'd be in the second half of the year. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you'd see this first half, I wouldn't expect to see him, but then after that, he'll fight 2-3 times even. It'll probably be like one right away in like I said, May or June. Then you'd probably see him again in maybe like September, and he'll probably wrap it up in December, if anything. If it's something that's like that enticing, but. I don't know, for him.
It's like him, Topuria was holding shit up, but they not really.
Topuria got into some legal stuff. I don't think he really could focus on his fighting career.
He's like
Khamzat, I don't know.
So to be fair, why are they only fighting like once a year?
I don't know.
I even like, well, at least Marab was fighting a lot. We had Volk fighting a lot. Pantoja was fighting a lot.
Yep.
So I don't know. Maybe the heavier you are, the more they can't handle the freaking fighting shit.
Even right now, so I'm looking at like I'm on the UFC website and I'm going all the way down to like the end of May. There's not a title fight. There's not a single one. The only one, I guess. Listen, it is considered a title, but not really. It's the BMF belt is really the only one that's up for grabs.
Imagine a whole year without a title fight.
Yeah, that's 7 events without, I guess, including the BMF belt, without an actual title.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I think the White House card will be the first time that we'll probably get a title defense this year, or not this year, but in this next couple months.
Mind you, we're just getting into Paramount Plus.
We did get 2 back-to-back.
We did get 2 back-to-backs.
2 back-to-back pay-per-views with title defenses. So like,
I am excited about this one because there wasn't anything last week, and it felt.
It always feels weird.
It feels weird because like we went without. They gave us like, here you go, all these freaking fights, and then wait a second, you're already holding out.
Yeah. Although we get it's 6 weeks straight of fights though, so at least it's a little bit.
Moving forward,
starting this week. I definitely feel weird. It throws off my calendar. I know most of you guys out there are probably the same thing. It's just religion. Saturdays we watch fights. So I know what day it is.
It throws off plans because I don't plan for Saturdays.
No. Because then you have nothing, and you're like, now what?
Now what? At least you like,
It's funny because then we'll have like the boys over to watch the fights, but then Saturdays will happen, and it's like we don't plan to still hang out with each other. We're just like, I don't know what to do anymore. You're like, I guess I'm just staying home. I don't know. Because it really is that. Like, it throws off the rhythm so bad.
The whole, I don't.
My circadian rhythm.
I'm freaking looking up freaking karate combat and
shit. We gotta lock in more on that.
Yeah. Bro, I love that ring, man.
Bro, there's so many other fight sports that are out there. The one I sent you earlier of the what is it? It was ice hockey. No, it wasn't ice hockey. It was like football on skates.
Yeah, ice football.
Ice football. So you have that, but then you also have like the MMA league, or I guess it's not MMA. It looks more like boxing, but they also are on skates. A lot of weird stuff on skates,
bro.
People are on this Winter Olympic vibe. That's what it is.
Oh, Winter Olympics is lit.
I'm curling. Got locking on curling, bro.
Curling, bro.
I mean, having the conversation of like, how do people get into these sports? It doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like there's none of these sports anywhere near.
Mind you, they're dropping everything and they're training for this moment.
Yeah,
like you have to sign up. You have to, bro. Like you have to. What's it called? Make it. What's that shit called when you like going through the? I don't know. You're literally dedicating your life to this.
You have to compete just to get the spot on the Olympic team.
It's like, my nigga, how you paying bills? It's like, bro,
curling.
While you're focusing on your curling on a day-to-day,
I can guarantee you there are competitions that they have cash prizes. Like, that's how they're doing it. Like, I can almost guarantee you. But there's also the people that are, like, busting their ass.
That's a wild risk.
Working overnight shifts to curl in the morning.
That's like me, like someone's quitting my job.
Someone's busting their ass right now in an Amazon warehouse.
Yeah.
What is it? 1 a.m. to 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. just so they can curl from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
And they sleep for a few hours and they go right back to it.
Quit my job just to go overseas and attempt a professional career for basketball. Oh, then like it sounds crazy. Like I couldn't imagine dropping everything to just focus on like even if you were
dream
like a skier. Like, no, I'm not just a skier. I'm a freaking long jump.
Yeah, that's the thing is that it's like it's always the random mistakes. Like it'd be one because like you think about it, like Summer Olympics, you're like it's like track and field, so you're so used to like seeing those sports. But when you see in the Winter Olympics, they're like, no, they're gonna ski down this ramp and then we're gonna launch them.
Yo, my nigga,
for 80 feet.
What is that shit called? I know. Sorry to get completely off of like MMA, but like it's not bobsledding. Like the bobsled team.
Yeah.
It's the singular,
and they lay down.
And they're going 90, nigga.
The only way they steer is with their shoulders.
90 miles per hour is just going down a freaking slide or something. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck that is, but that looks so crazy.
When do you figure out that that's what you want to do?
Yeah, exactly. There's so many things. Like, how do you dedicate your life to?
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I totally understand someone who's like, I'm gonna dedicate my life to like basketball, and I'm gonna go overseas and this and the third. But whatever that is, beyond me, bro.
Just drop everything. I've never played sports either. Like, you know what? I'm a bobsledder.
I'm gonna get into this. I was talking to somebody earlier when they were letting me know. They're like, honestly, you got to look at it. It's like it's really based off a country because like around here it might not be popular, but you look at it. Germany got like 9 people in line ready to go down the slide. So
yeah, you're right.
They're ready to go.
That's their thing.
It is. Honestly, you see it. And that's why it's like the same thing when it comes to like MMA. You see that a lot of that, like we talk about all the time. It's like, wow, there's a lot of fighters that come out of Brazil. Wow, there's a lot of fighters that come out of Russia. But like, it's because like that's a common sport.
That's their thing. Like
it's a regular thing. Bro, I was at the gym earlier. There was a Brazilian family in there with their like 8-year-old daughter just getting after it. She was benching. I was like, what are we doing? Yo, but she had no weight on. She was getting her form ready though. But like, what do we do?
So
it's just
funny,
it's in them. They're like they just some places they just have different sports and different views on athleticism that that's what they rock with. For us, it's basketball, baseball, football. Other people, it's laying down on a sled going 90 miles per hour down an ice hill.
Yeah, man.
Hey, it is what it is, man. To each their own, bro. I'm not going to judge. I'm going to say rock with it.
No, for sure.
I think it's hilarious, though, because every now and then I'll tune in and I'm just like, how do you get into this?
Yeah, like, how?
How are you alive? Also,
like that was a chosen by God.
How many people died for you to be able to do this
how many
successfully?
People, 90 miles per hour just going down a fucking sled, face first.
Last thing on this tangent, as much as it's wild to see it in the Olympics, always know this, and shout out to Ricky Tan, he pointed this out to me. Red Bull will always do it crazier.
Red Bull?
Everything you've watched in the Olympics, Red Bull will take it to the extreme.
Oh,
the ski jumper that you see in the Olympics, they put rockets on their back so they can go to space. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll do something like that because Red Bull's like, this is cool, but they have
like
too many
crazy.
They're like, there's too many regulations.
They're like the new Evil Knievel shit.
Yeah, you want to talk about crazy? Tune into anything Red Bull's putting on. It is insane.
It'll be like airplanes. You know,
we have somebody
singular airplanes and small planes, and they have to do tricks in the air.
And then they're gonna jump out with a skateboard and land on this half pipe.
But nigga, I just see the nigga jump out of a plane with no parachute, and they have this giant net just laid out, hoping that this nigga hits this target, bro. Bro, he hit the target. I was so fucking scared for the guy. I was like, yo, bro, why? Like, this is too small of a target for you to be jumping out of plane.
Some people didn't get hit as kids, bro. I don't know, man.
Just like, nah, I got it. How do you train for that? How do you train no parachute for this? Just to glide your way.
I think your first time, no parachute is the scariest.
Your first no parachute going down.
Someone waiting with you.
It's like you can't have someone strapped up paws to your back. Yeah. Because you know how like they parachute in real life? Like they got someone like a professional strapped up. And it's like, but it's too heavy if this no parachute, nigga. Y'all too heavy. You can't just be falling out the sky. 2 people, no parachute.
There'll be times. Honestly, that one's the wildest one because I was gonna bring up like I've seen videos where they're like throw the parachute out, they'll jump out with no parachute and catch it. Like, that's crazy to me. But to be like, no, you're gonna jump, you're gonna land on this net is wild.
They be out there with the little windbreaker, fucking just like gliding, like,
bro.
Hey man.
Shout out to that, man.
That's God, man.
That's God.
God chooses your path, bro. Sometimes,
what kind of path is that?
Like, who chose? Like, God chose that for you, bro. Because that's
bro.
Specialize in fucking jumping out of freaking
jumping out of planes,
no parachutes. It's crazy.
It is. Oh man, I don't even know how we got there. Every time we go to tangents, I try my best to like in my head retrace our steps so we can get back to the point we're making.
I think
couldn't even tell you how we got to skydiving and landing on a net.
Well, most the countries all depends. It all depends on the country that what their sport is. In Brazil, is
skydiving and landing in nets.
yeah. I think that's like
so. Jeff Neal versus Uros Medic.
yeah.
Oh man,
Jeff Neal. Man, I think it's crazy that I haven't even heard his name in a while.
So, like I said at the top of the episode, there's a lot of fights on this card where I'm gonna be honest with you, most of you guys.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys either fighting just to be here or attempting to make their spot in the top 15. Like there really isn't a lot of high stakes on this one. So I'm gonna just go through them and we're just gonna see what we come up with on this one.
But mind you, these be the ones that
so this is the point that we've made several times where. As much as we're like, this is a whatever card, these are the ones you want to tune into, especially when it's a fight night. Because like, as much as you're like, whatever, the list of people that are on here, I'm looking at it and I'm telling you, it's going to be war. It's going to be scraps. So let's get into it. Jeff Neal sitting at number 12 versus Uros Medic, who's not ranked. Scrap. It's going to be a scrap. Jeff Neal has never been in a boring fight that I've witnessed. He is always a dog. Everyone always wants to bring up his age. Every time he goes in there, he's looking to knock someone's head off.
That's why he's still around, though.
He is, dude. Chin durable. He hits super hard. Cardio is there. I feel like every time he goes in there, he looks to make a great performance. As much as I don't think he's ever going to go near a title anymore, it's definitely going to be like gatekeeper-esque. And even then, I'd probably say maybe even I'll be generous. Maybe the 8 to 12 to 15 spots.
Gatekeeper,
very much.
Just
but
like that.
I don't know about above that 8 spot.
Nah.
I don't know about above that. But I'll give him all the way up to 8. But.
Yeah.
Right now he's sitting at number 12, about to fight an unranked Uros Medic. As right now, I don't even see on the.
And this is the gatekeeping happening right
here.
This
is the gatekeeping happening.
Like this is you have to beat Jeff Neal just to get into the rankings.
Yeah. This is actually Well,
and that might be that way for a while.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like a lot of people put Jeff Neal in the welterweight kind of gatekeeper bracket. I think that's low key where he's kind of found home. Yeah. I don't really know who to put on this one. I feel like I've watched a few of Uros Medic's fights. He's a good scrap. I think he's on like a 2-fight winning streak right now. For the most part, I feel like he has what it takes to be at the top 15. But I same thing with him. I don't know if he has what it takes to really crack the top 10. So I don't think he's gonna get past Jeff Neal. I'm gonna be very honest with you.
That's the thing about these gatekeepers, like that's how you know what I'm saying? Like you just think if you can't beat Jeff Neal, you ain't never gonna be ranked.
You're never gonna be ranked.
you have to. I don't know.
We should at the end of this year. I'm gonna write this out of my notes. We should do like the Gatekeeper Hall of Fame.
The Gatekeeper Hall of Fame, okay.
Because there's a few of them where you're like, you're a fan of them. Like you're I like as
They're
much
just
people
lingering around.
As much people clown like was it Neil Magny? I'm a fan of Neil Magny.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Hey yo, Neil Magny's been in some wars. Yeah, and he's also want me some money.
Remember like Dominic Reyes?
Yeah.
Is it Dominic Reyes?
Dominic Reyes is in there.
Yeah.
He was the one that almost beat John Jones. That's I feel like the thing that he's always known for. He almost beat John Jones.
And then remember was it Anthony Smith?
Anthony Smith.
He was there for the longest time.
He's fighting in I think bare knuckle MMA.
Is he really?
Anthony Smith.
He needs
retire.
Bro.
Let it go. Stop it. We were happy when he was like, I'm finally done. We're like, thank you.
Like, bro.
And now he's doing like if you
now he's going into like I already thought he was almost there, but getting into like CTE levels of like, you're going from like UFC, you overstayed your welcome, now you're going bare knuckle fucking boxing, bro.
All due respect to Anthony Smith, right? And all due respect to any bare knuckle organization. When you get into bare knuckle, it's over.
It's over.
It's over. You have a career span of 3-4 fights in
I think put some
knuckle.
gloves on.
And even then, barely. You are getting hurt. You're getting cut.
You know what
You're
I see?
bruised.
I see the bare knuckle, like, you know, have you seen Never Back Down?
Yeah.
Like, not when he's in like real competitions, is when they're doing like the illegal fights.
Yeah.
Set up in like a random
my Twitter feed anytime I get anything from like Poland. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, they're in
those Kimbo Slice fights.
They're in a metal shipping container, and there's just some dude that's like every time they try to like back away because they're so hard, they're like, no, get back in there.
Yeah.
I don't know what organization it is. I gotta look it up because it only shows up for me on like Twitter, and then every now and then I'll get a clip of it on YouTube. But there's like a Russian organization, and it's always in like a warehouse, and they put them around like hay barrels. Brutal. Oh, they get the only thing they have is like hand wraps. They're always in jeans, shirtless, hand wraps, just knocking each other clean.
Those be the ones, man.
Audio is always crisp.
So bare knuckle makes me feel like I'm watching sometimes.
Yeah, it's barbaric.
Yeah,
I'm a fan, bro. I'm a fan.
It's definitely barbaric.
I'm gonna watch.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I was saying. I was like, all due respect, because I'm a big fan of BKFC, but at the same time, like, you know what they're signing up for. I always feel a certain way when I see a legend or like somebody that's kind of like bowed out of their MMA career and they get into the bare knuckle, because I'm like, all right, good for you for still kind of keeping it going. And honestly,
that
depending
Cuban,
on how, whatever,
bad. That Cuban,
yeah. But also like what's his name? Mike Perry, for example.
Okay.
Mike Perry wasn't doing the best in the UFC, left the UFC, ended up joining in bare knuckle, and he has made a whole new career for himself. Became a champion.
It is a growing sport, and I've noticed as that's growing, like the slapping competitions that Dana White was kind of like pushing, has died down a little bit.
I've not seen a whole lot of that, and I couldn't tell if it's dying down or it's just not on my feed as much.
Yeah, right.
Because I know Dana for a long time, his whole thing was like, social
slap.
media, it's popping, everybody and their grandmother's clicking on it. Because I understand, because like the clips are great. You're watching 5 to 10 seconds of someone just getting knocked clean out.
Imagine going there. I'd
go.
Would you just to watch some?
I'd go.
It's just like, oh, one knockout. Dude, there's another knockout.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's entertaining when you see like, and this is so.
People are getting lights out left and right.
Why am I wired this way?
Yeah.
There's something that I'm like, wow. That's so intriguing when I see them get knocked out and you see the body go limp and they slam their head off the table. And I'm just like, wow. I shouldn't find that cool.
It's like a headshot.
Yeah.
It's like when they get shot in the head from long distance. Like,
oh, I thought you meant like a photo, but yeah, I get you.
I meant like a sniper. Look at it, like he's dead, like limp, dead, hits his face off the freaking camera.
Yeah. You're like, oh, you just went lifeless. That's I don't know what it is. Something about that. It just scratches my brain in a weird way where I'm like,
and then when you we're getting a little tangent again. But
this whole episode has been a tangent.
It is a tangent. But like when they
filler episode, I told you.
Yeah, when someone is like has a strong chin, is not getting knocked out in those smacking competitions.
Yeah,
that gets like hard to watch.
All the Samoans.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you've been smacked so hard like 30 times. Can you just fucking not?
There was one that went like viral, or just a photo of it, where it was after, I think, the second slap, because I think they get 3. It was after the second slap, the face was inflated. And everyone was like, please stop.
Just
please stop.
How come he doesn't get knocked out? Just please, your face is swelling the fuck out.
He won, and you're like, did you
bro,
win?
Did you? Yeah, exactly. Like, you didn't win shit, bro.
I don't think you did.
Go straight to the hospital. You got to spend that money on medical bills.
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
I hope that they cover medical bills in these.
Who knows? I think that's the same thing as the UFC fighters. They're like contracted. Who knows? They have access to the. So here's the thing.
Insurance, right?
I think you have to figure out your own insurance and all the other stuff. But at the same time, like, I think that UFC provides like use of the PI in Vegas. So like you have doctors and things like that that can check you out, but you have to come here. So it's like they do have something.
And all of a sudden, but like with Tom Aspinall, he has to go get eye surgery.
I don't know about
who's covering that. Because that's not that's quite the deductible.
I didn't put it in
I don't care what kind of insurance, nigga. That sounds like quite the deductible.
Yeah. Like I said,
two eyeball surgeries.
Like I said in the last episode, they took both his eyeballs, scooped them out, surgery, put them back in.
Bro.
Is that like the photo afterwards, or both of his eyes are just red,
just looking like me?
It's bad. It's bad. Yeah, so Jeff Neal, Urus Mendes.
Yeah.
I got Jeff Neal. Let's keep that gate strong.
Yeah,
no one gets through.
The fucking, what's that guy from
Game of Thrones, hold the door.
Oh, Thor. Was it Thor?
Heimdall.
Idris Elba?
Yeah, Heimdall.
Yeah. That's going to be Jeff Neal.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody getting in this fucking realm.
We're going to AI image him as Heimdall. All right, now I got you. You get the next one. So, right there. I'm going to let you do the...
Melquizial Costa.
Okay. Honestly, I think you were right on that one.
For real?
I looked at that first name and I'm going to be like, yo, listen, I've only ever just gone by Costa. Love him as a fighter. Every time they say the name, I can't. Melquizial? I think so.
Zael?
I don't know. He's Brazilian. I don't really know.
Oh, see, the Z's different.
Is it?
In Brazil, I think that's like a J. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, someone in the comments, correct us, please. But then 50K Ige versus Melquizial Costa.
He's Puerto Rican, right?
We're going by Costa. Who? Dan Ige? Nah.
Am I tripping?
No, that's Rob Font.
Yeah, you knew exactly who I was thinking. That's mad funny,
nah,
bro.
Yeah, it's funny. It's because we've had the same conversation a few times. But hear me out. We've had the same conversation the other way. I've asked you that question. You'd be like, no, it's the other guy. Because Rob Font's from Mass, so that's why I'm always like, nah, he's from here. No, Dan Ige, I believe, is Hawaiian.
Oh, okay.
I want to say he's Hawaiian, I think. Yeah, he got into some stuff because he was like not allowed to wear like I think like red shorts is what he normally wears, but for some reason they're like, no, you can't wear the red. I don't know.
That's for Russians.
I want to say he's Hawaiian. I think he's from Hawaii. We'll look into that right now.
Yeah.
But he's another one right now. He's big on gatekeeper status, I guess, as of right now. He's sitting at number 14 with an unranked Costa.
Man, but I think his name is better than his ranking.
Oh, he changed. All right, there we go. He updated his nickname. I was wondering if he was going to do it. So his nickname beforehand was Dan 50K Ige because the bonuses were 50K. He be knocking dudes out, so he gets those bonuses. But they've recently changed it, so now they give you $100,000 instead of $50,000. So now he's Dan $100,000 Ige.
No way.
That's solid. That's smooth. I just saw that on the list. I was like, all right, okay, that's fine. Damn, you really got to do a better job of putting, like, right away, like, this fighter is from Bang.
Yeah, right?
You got that. You looked it up. I like to do all this over here talking. What was I saying? There we go. Dan Ige versus, again, I'm going to go with Costa. Another good scrap. Costa, for me, in the last couple fights that I've seen him in, has definitely been improving. He's the younger fighter going into this fight. He's just shown just pure heart in every single fight that he's gone in. Always comes in with a cause. Like, he's the one that he always has the multicolored hair because I believe he has I want to get it right, but I think it's vitiligo is when your skin color changes.
Who, Ige?
No, Costa. He's the one that he always has like purple, green, or whatever colored hair
to match his skin.
Yeah, and his skin, he's like white but has like the brown pigment spots. I don't remember what it's called.
I think you're right.
I want to say that is correct. But
he is Hawaiian, by the way, the other guy.
He is Hawaiian, Dan Ige. Yeah, there we go. See, I knew he was Hawaiian. See, I be getting myself. I know it says uneducated, but I remember stuff.
Yeah.
With him, I think that with Costa, he is capable of breaking into the top 15. And I do believe that he is capable of achieving great things when it comes to this division. But the only issue that he has is that he has to fight a guy that hits like a brick shithouse. Dan Ige, to me, I feel like is somebody that, even though he's ranked number 14, you can do something like, I don't know, put him in on a fight on a day's notice and he probably could win that fight like he has done. Straight off the couch, decided to, like, I'm going to just sign up to go take this fight.
Damn, dude, I'm looking at his shit right now. Like
he's a dog. He's a dog.
Bro, he's been fighting a long time. But
he has.
It seems like anybody with a name that's good, he loses to.
So that's where you fall into the
But he beats everybody else.
So that's where you fall into the situation of being a gatekeeper, where you get put in those situations where here is your ticket, here is your time to I guess go up against, I don't want to say your version of a gatekeeper, but the person that's in your way of achieving the things you want. for some reason with Dan Ige, he's never been able to really overcome that situation.
Yeah.
He gets I don't know if it's the spotlights get too bright or maybe the talent just
It
is
seems
there.
like all the bigger names, he loses in decisions.
Yeah.
But when he does get a win, it's by KO.
Yeah.
So if he don't
There's
knock
a reason he had 50K as his nickname.
if he don't knock you out, he's losing.
Yeah. Damn, that might be the way we got to bet on. We get into round like 3, we're like, he hasn't knocked him out yet. But the other bet.
Yeah, right.
I can see that though, because he, like I said, he hunts people down. He's definitely one who's going to put you on your back foot. He's going to try to cut off the cage. He's going to try to shut your lights off. Good defensive grappling, but for the most part, I would say Dan Ige is more of a striker. He's definitely more of, I'd say, boxing heavy. And when I think of like his style of striking, I really don't even think he throws kicks like that. Like now that I'm even thinking about it, I don't even think the calf kick is really like a part of his game. I think for the most part, he's crisp with the boxing. That's why he's like a Max Holloway of sorts.
I was just about to say that. Like he must be like just because
they're both Hawaiian.
Yeah,
I just thought about that. Not just because they're both Hawaiian. Or maybe that is the thing. Maybe they're in Hawaii. They're over there boxing.
The only boxing.
Me and you have been talking about getting into boxing. Are there Hawaiian boxers like that?
Nah.
All right.
Not that I know of.
Gotta look into it.
I have never heard of a Hawaiian boxer.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, because like thinking back to like BJ Penn, he wasn't really like he was good with his hands, but he was more of an overall mixed martial artist.
He's like very jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I don't really think. I think that these two though, they're like these. Yeah. I'm with it though.
Nah, it's crazy. I never even. You know what's crazy too? It's rare to even like. As much as Brazilians, all they do is fight. It's not. I've never heard of too many Brazilian boxers.
They got to be out there.
I ain't never seen one. They all go into MMA, which is nuts.
There's the other one. Yeah.
So, we kick down here.
Brad Tavares is another one, but I would say he's a little bit more on the kickboxer side of things. I feel like he does. He's I was trying to think of who's the other Hawaiian that's like active right now, and I would say it's him.
So the Samoans and them.
I feel like when I think of Brazil, immediately I think of jiu-jitsu. I don't think of boxing.
Nah.
I think of boxing. I think of like
they need to kick.
I think of like U.S. I think Russia. I think Caribbean countries.
Mexico.
Big Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of places have boxing, but I think those are the big ones.
I think maybe even like, is it China? Is China?
They have them, but in terms of like when you
like a big heavyweight Chinese boxer, that's
no, for sure they have some, but I'm talking like who's producing a heavy amount of them. I feel like for the most part, when I tune into any boxing, it's usually you'll see like the whole card, a lot of U.S. fighters. You see like a good amount of, I would say, like Mexican fighters or even Mexican representing fighters. So there might be like U.S., but they represent Mexico. And then you'll have like a handful of Russians.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually the mix. I don't know. This goes back to the conversation we were having earlier when it comes to like different places having different, I guess, athlete or athletics that they kind of prioritize. You know, you have places that like maybe boxing is big, and other places kickboxing.
Brazilians like, nah, we're gonna use our feet.
You're gonna use our feet.
We play soccer. We kick.
Soccer's everywhere. Soccer's everywhere. That's a universal language. I'm gonna go Dan Ige. Another one where I'm gonna say the gate is gonna stand strong.
I'm gonna go Dan Ige. I feel like that other person's name because I forgot it already.
Okay, you just go Costa. If that's easy.
Costa.
Yeah, just go Costa.
I don't know if he's from the pattern I've seen in his record. His name ain't big enough to win this fight.
So for me, he is the younger, like up and coming, hungry guy. I've seen his fights, and like I said, he is a dog, and he's definitely game. And I think that putting up against a test where somebody has like more experience is going to be where the difficulty is going to lie. I don't have any question about him being able to skill wise be able to compete with some of these guys, but I think when you go up against somebody with the experience that Dan Ige has, that is going to be your problem. It's the fact that it's somebody who has been in the lights. He's seen what pretty much everybody. You saw the record. He's fought the who's who. So he's good. He knows what he's about. When he steps into that octagon, you have to now overcome that and understand that you're now fighting somebody not only that has power that can shut your lights off, but experience well beyond your years. So you have to come up with a game plan to really lock it in.
Kind of just hope he doesn't have the dog in him that he used to have.
Yeah, I think if Costa's going to win this one, his best bet is honestly to either take it to the ground if he can, or it's going to have to be really staying out of the way of that power shot and just kind of doing his best to like stick to the outside and point fight. And hopefully, I mean, it's 3 rounds, so if you can get the decision. You know, shout out to you. But it's definitely going to have to be making sure he keeps his distance because if Ige decides to load up and drop a bomb on you, you got to watch out for that thing. Yeah. Sergey Spivak versus Ante Delija. Honestly, for this one, this is another one that I you know why I don't care about this one this much? I do and I don't. I do because I want the heavyweight division to resurge, and I want exciting fights, and I want cool moments. I don't because Waldo beat both of these dudes. And I'm going to rock with that. I don't care about nobody that Waldo beat.
Yeah, fuck them.
That's what I'm going to go with.
Fuck all of them.
No, I'm playing.
It's going to be a draw.
No, with this one, honestly, Ante Delija, I feel like he came in kind of recently, so I still don't really know what he's about. I saw that like he had a really good fight recently, and then there was a whole thing about him being in Tom Aspinall's camp, and that was a lovely, sweet moment. Then he got beat by Waldo, got knocked out. Shout out Waldo.
Shout out Waldo.
Sergey Spivak, for me, has always been, as much as he's not the most entertaining heavyweight, I feel like he's always been cool to me, just because I feel like he's one of the heavyweights that's actually like, I'm going to try to finish this fight. Dog on the stand-up, but that's not his game. His game has always been the same. I'm going to take you down. I'm going to get you into half guard, and I'm going to hit you with this arm triangle choke, and you're going to bed. Like, that's his entire game. It's an effective one. It works really well. I feel like, for the most part, he's able to stick into most fights.
Bro, there's not many heavyweights out here submitting people. You know?
No. And like I said, like when it comes to the whole wrestling thing across the board on all weight classes, I think me and you feel the same way. If you're going to sit there and hug another grown man for 15 to 25 minutes, I'm turning off my TV. But if you're going to try to kill him in 5, I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yeah.
So in terms of Sergey Spivak, I think for the most part, especially after the last couple losses he's had, I think he really wants to turn things around. And I'm looking at it right now. He's sitting at number 7, and we got Ante Delija sitting at number 9. I think for Sergey, he really wants to kind of keep his spot and change the way that momentum is going. And for heavyweight, we've had this conversation a bunch of times. Man, you get like 2 good wins, you're in there, baby.
Give us an exciting one here, please.
Yeah, you really have to do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
And you get a huge spotlight in heavyweight. Like, listen, all love, shout out to Waldo, but we're not gonna sit here and act like I said before those 2 fights. Ain't nobody give a damn about Waldo. Yeah. He knocks 2 people out in a row. Title shot.
That was just
to the White House. Like
we just saw the rise, and we were following from the beginning of unranked to ranked to. 13, 11.
There's no documentation, but we were watching his baseball career. You can't tell me otherwise.
I seen his games.
You can't say anything. That'd be mad funny.
Imagine. I probably didn't realize it.
Do you really watch like that? You're that deep rooted. You're watching AAA baseball.
Oh no, I thought he was MLB at one point. Huh?
He did go pro, but not like that pro. Oh,
shit. That'd be crazy if I was watching AAA baseball.
That's what I was saying. I
didn't know this motherfucker fried, yo. All he does is sports.
All he does is sports. All right. Moving on, we got Jacoby Smith versus Josiah Harrell. This is 2 undefeated guys that are just kind of put their medal in there to make an impression into the UFC. Luckily, they get a good spot here, a 3rd fight into the main card. Or no, this is actually the 2nd or 4th fight into the main card. They're going to have, I feel like, a good scrap from what I've seen off the highlights so far. I haven't watched either of them fight personally, but it seems like I'm going to lean on Jacoby Smith, mainly off of the experience and the level of fighters that he's gone up against. And he's also coasting off a win right now, so I feel like that level of hype kind of makes you a little bit more comfortable going into these exchanges.
Just by looking at them, I feel like this is going to be a good one.
That's what I'm saying.
I
like,
don't know why.
It's weird because you get these ones where like you don't really know the names, but you still want to tune in. You get to a point where
American.
We say it all the time. Don't sleep with the prelims. It's weird to say, but like this entire fight night is kind of a prelim.
Bro,
at least
that's
in
a prelim.
Yeah, that's a prelim.
Definitely a prelim.
That's a prelim.
But they're 4th.
And then this is a weird one to me because I feel like his name should have made this one a little bit bigger. But you have Zach Reese versus Michael Pereira. For me, it's Michael Pereira. I feel like should have made this one a little bit higher on the card because he's been around the block. We've seen him fight the who's who. He's been on main events on pay-per-views all the way from. I don't know, man, like 3 or 4 years ago, I feel like I've seen him fight in some pretty high-level spots. To see him, he's still, I guess, on the main card, but not to see him as, like, I'm not talking co-main, but at least have him be, like, the 3rd fight, like, right before the co-main or something. Just give him a better spot.
He's not even ranked.
No. He's lost a good amount of fights already, so that's the thing. It's tricky when it comes to him where he has some exciting moments, but he's just not able to piece it together to kind of maintain a solid winning streak to get him into the top 15. So for him, he's kind of on the situation where if he doesn't string together a couple of good fights to maintain a spot and like get a good shot in making it into the top 15, he's most likely going to get let go by the UFC, at least the way that I'm looking at it. I just haven't seen anything super exciting from him recently, so I think that that's kind of why he's in the spot that he's in, where you have guys that aren't necessarily huge names in the UFC, even though he's kind of been in the light, getting a better spot than you on the card. That's where he's at. So he's one where, I ain't gonna lie to you, with the way Dana's been acting recently, where I guess it's not Dana anymore. The news has come out that it's not him, it's Hunter and all them. If it gets to the point where he doesn't put on an exciting fight, I don't see why the UFC would keep him going, personally.
I feel that.
Zach Reese, on the other hand, I've seen a few of his fights. I think I've seen 2. I want to say he was on the Contender Series at one point. It's going to be scrap. Give me a good one. Yeah. It's a good fight. I feel like one to tune in. One where the experience. Jesus Christ! Just looking at the record, Michael Pereira. I knew he had a lot of fights, but 31-14 is crazy.
That's crazy. That's pretty solid for such a.
Well, he's a veteran.
Many fights.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's a good fighter. I think the positive of having 31-14 shows that he knows what he's doing in there. But the 14 speaks to when you get into those moments where you have this moment to like get higher up in the rankings or possibly even break out of your bracket of like, I always put the brackets of like 15-10, 10-5, 5 to, number one contender. Yeah. If you're not able to break out of your bracket, like it's a tough spot, especially when your bracket is that 15-10 spot. That is like a weird spot to be in where like, okay, we've acknowledged you have skill. Do you have enough to really be a contender though? That's when you break out of that and you get into that 10-5 spot. If you can get into that 10-5 spot, that is where you have the mettle to be at least a contender. Like you have to really you really only have to win like maybe 1, maybe 2 fights, and you have a solid chance at a title shot. You really have to be careful in some situations. I don't know if you've watched some of the Pereira fight. This dude be doing backflips and weird stuff all over. I don't know. I've seen him do some pretty cool stuff in terms of like jumping off the octagon to try to get like a high kick or something like that. So he gets creative in there. Yeah. But you have to kind of put that to the side if you're losing your fight. So I'm gonna go with Zach Reese on that one. As much as I've been heavy on the I feel like on the gatekeepers on this one and the ones that have the experience, this one I'm gonna go the opposite way.
All right.
And then prelims, you all check out the prelims. Don't sleep on them.
Don't sleep on the prelims.
I'm not gonna lie. I
seen a Jamaican on there. Some person from Panama.
Ode Osborne.
It's
Ode Osborne.
There was a Cuban in there. There was a little mix of everything in there. The prelims look like they could potentially. It seems like the ones that will surprise us and be like, "Yo, that was better."
I'm actually not gonna lie to you. I'm looking at the prelims. The prelims are pretty stacked right now.
Bro, this is like we're gonna by the end it's gonna be like, yo, this is better than the last.
I need Phil Rowe to step it up.
Phil Rowe.
I like Phil Rowe, and I feel like he's another one where he gets into some good positions to like really elevate his career, and he just doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's like a gear that's missing.
There's a couple people like that are ill like that. And I thought that about let me see. A couple people in the prelims that are like that. Let me see.
Ode Osborne is one of them. Same thing with Chidi and Giacone. He's another one.
It's like you guys just need one more gear to just really
get it there. We'll see what happens. Everybody tune into this fight night. Now, I wanted to save some time at the end of this episode because I really have a couple of news things that I kind of want to go over, and I want to get your opinion on them. UFC news. Let's go through them honestly and let's do some candid conversations.
Yeah, man.
Nate Diaz with the possible return, talking about either want Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, or re-sign Mike Perry. What do we think? I don't know if I really want to see Nate Diaz back, but I'll tell you, the 3 fights that he laid out are the 3 fights I think he would get. Either Conor, Dustin, or Mike Perry.
Honestly, Dustin, I don't think he comes back just for a Nate Diaz
fight. He tweeted belt to ass.
So he's not even worth it.
Dustin was like belt to ass. Like
I agree. I don't think for him, I don't think it's for a legacy. I don't think it's worth it. Don't even waste your time.
A nice bag though.
I know, but when you retire, you just fucking retire.
Yeah.
We gave you this whole like you with the diamonds fucking are forever, bro.
Yeah.
You're right. Like, let's not come back for Nate Diaz. If you're gonna come back, maybe for Justin Gaethje, maybe for Conor, but not for Nate Diaz. And I fucks with Nate Diaz, but I also don't think he deserves even the Conor fight.
He's a weird spot because he's like Conor right now, where it's like you've been out of the game for a minute now. When you were in, you weren't doing necessarily the best at the end of your time here, but your name is so big that we can't afford to not give you a good name. Like we need the two together to make a good fight.
I need to look up his freaking the most recent.
I want to say his last fight was losing to Leon Edwards. Look it up, but I think that was his last fight. Remember, he did the whole point at Leon Edwards because he was basically getting his ass whooped the entire fight. And then he got one good punch on Leon Edwards that stumbled Leon.
Bro, his last fight.
He
lost to Leon Edwards. After that, he beats Tony Ferguson by submission.
Oh, yeah. Damn, I forgot about that.
Bro? I forgot about that shit, but he's 21-13.
That was one of Tony Ferguson's 12 losses in a row in the UFC, man.
Like, come on. He lost to Jorge Masvidal before. I was about to say, have Jorge Masvidal come back.
That one was the BMF fight, the first BMF fight. And the reason he lost, I'm not going to lie to you, I would like to see that run back. He had the huge cut over his eye, and then they stopped the fight because of the cut. So they can run that one back because that one technically was stopped due to doctor stoppage rather than like, which actually kind of fits in with BMF. But I think people were upset with it. If you go back and watch that fight, I think you'd be a little upset with it too.
Bro, honestly, all his wins are against nobodies. Except for that one, Donald Cerrone when he was younger. Conor McGregor, he beat once by submission, but...
That's the one they want to run back because they each have 1-1.
I don't think you run that back, man.
I don't know. With the way Conor's going right now, I think you might be able to run that one back.
Because what they got for Conor?
Who's Conor going to fight, bro?
Didn't they have somebody to fight him for the?
They got. There's a lot of rumors. He's technically supposed to fight Michael Chandler, but like if we're talking like, all right, Conor, you lost. I think your last 3 or so. I think it was 3 before he took this break that he's on right now. You haven't fought in a long time. We need to give you a name that has some weight to it to make it cool, but we want to make sure it's not somebody that's going to kill you, I guess. Let's make it somewhat fair.
I guess Nate Diaz. Just to finish the... Yeah. He says he's ready to fight another 10 years. I love... as crazy Conor is, I fucks with Conor McGregor. Even on his decline and like... Even in his last fight where he lost... I still saw glimpses of a good fighter, so I was thinking like, just fight.
He's got it there.
Fight a striker. Just don't fight any wrestlers.
It's a part of the matchups because you say that, but at the same time he fought Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier built the ass.
Yeah, that's Dustin though.
I know.
I think that's just like Dustin really was like that though.
Yeah, I don't know who you would match these guys up with because you would have to find somebody that's like also somewhat relative. They all want title shots. That's also the worst part. They're like, I'll come back, but it's for a title. It's like, do you hear yourself?
Yeah, right.
It'd be one thing if it was like you left and you were on a 4 or 5 fight win streak and you pieced out for a little bit.
I think Conor gets it now where he's just like, I'll fight whoever, like a rookie fighter.
He needs a good fight. He needs a solid fight, like one that is of note, that tests him but isn't super crazy. He's not fighting for a belt. He's not fighting a number 1 contender. He's fighting number 5. You know what I'm saying? Give him number 5, number 6. Cool.
Like an 8.
Give him like an 8. Like Michael Chandler's sitting at number 8 right now. Michael Chandler is the one he needs to fight.
But Nate Diaz, I can't just... Maybe get Jorge Masvidal out of retirement or something.
You could do that. You can get him out and have him come back. But he's another one that also retired. Well, I guess he didn't get a whole package or nothing like that, but he also stepped away and got his moment. So he got his walk away in Miami.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't he trying to make a comeback, though?
He's been kind of, sort of. I don't know how
he was just
serious
getting
that
fat
is.
And he just started training again. I think he just started getting fat and wanted to lose the weight. And he started training again. But I don't think he's going to fight in the UFC again.
We'll see what ends up happening with that one. All right. Next one, White House. Rumored 4 fights. Heavy on the rumored, but this seems to be the one that I keep seeing a lot of people report on. That being said, I also know that one person will post something and the entire MMA universe will pick up on it and say the same thing over and over again without fact-checking anything. So take this with a grain of salt. Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje for the lightweight championship. Islam Makhachev versus Ian Gary for the welterweight championship. Alex Pereira versus John Jones at potentially a catchweight, so somewhere between light heavyweight and heavyweight. Who knows? And then we have JDM versus Carlos Prates for I don't know if it would be a number one contender fight or.
That's a good fucking card.
That's a good card, right? It's good 4 right there.
Yeah,
I know, right? I know, right?
I started cheesing when I heard John Jones and Alex Pereira, and I started thinking about it like, damn, that's the third one.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they would do it in that order. I honestly, off of those ones, like, I would probably say John Jones and Alex, without a title, somehow can be the main event.
Yeah. I think it's possible now knowing that Dana White doesn't have as much pull as we thought.
Yeah.
I think it's more possible than we think.
Yeah. No, honestly, I think it's the other way around, actually. I think yes and no. I think that Dana would do something like this, but I also agree that I think that people behind the scenes would probably be able to do this a little bit easier without the weird politicking involving Dana White's personality. Yeah. I feel like that does get in the way sometimes.
Sorry, Dana, but like this is gonna be the best fight of the century.
Yeah, they did say that the main event was gonna be something that's gonna be a 1-of-1. So having the
1-of-1 is crazy.
The 2 champions fight each other at a catchweight with no belt on the line is kind of a 1-on-1 or a 1-of-1.
Imagine like the return of Khabib versus Conor McGregor.
I mean, you never know, bro. You can have some crazy like that.
Oh, what the? I would love more surprise fights.
The hype to me is getting like too up there. Now, hear me out. They don't announce any of the fights. Yeah, you have to tune in to see who's fighting.
I would love that, like a WWE.
It's like Royal Rumble every time.
It's like you don't know who's fighting for the. I never, when I watch wrestling, did I know who's gonna fight who that day.
Yeah.
And it was Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels today. Damn,
yeah. They don't.
It's only Raw.
They'll sometimes announce like what maybe will happen next week, but they usually that day like, all right, guess this is what we're watching.
That'd be dope. Like that little. Like when you hear the theme song of whoever fighter, like
that's the cool part. There's only a handful of fighters that have like their own song. So when you hear it, you know that it's that. Yeah, they should do that more often. They should. I feel like UFC fighters need to really lock in and just get like the one. I know that it's a thing of like fighters in general, where like they'll walk out depending on like what is the song of that moment of that time. I remember like a while back we had Matt Doherty on here, and I asked him about like how did he choose his walkout song, and for him it was I think he just felt the need to tie his roots to Boston, but then he also had his buddy that was a rapper that he was like, all right, bet I'm going to put you on. So it's a mix of like what is at that time, but I feel like there is also something with like, this is you. Like, for example.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it a buck. I need like a warrior's anthem.
Nah, man.
Like I need something to really like help me tap into that dog.
Here's what I'll say. There's 2 ways I look at it. There's something about like getting that like, this is hype. This is really aggressive. Like, let's get into this. But there's also something about that, like, calming. I'm in the flow state. Because here's what I'll tell you right now. I'm trying to think of, like, who has, like, a war, like, song. Because I feel like for the most part,
ready to die,
it's all the other way around. Like,
DMX.
No, because here's what I'm saying. Like
the intro.
Volkanovski, Land Down Under, that is not even a little bit a song like that whatsoever. What's it called? Ilya Topuria has damn. What's it? You know, it's funny. I found out that the song that he walks out to is sung by Antonio Banderas.
Oh shit, he sings.
What's it? He does apparently. What's it called? Canción de la Guitarra or something like that. I don't know. I gotta look it up because there's a few different versions of it. But he walks out to the mariachi.
That's why he's such a plug, bro.
But he walks out to that. That one I wouldn't necessarily say is like that. Dustin Poirier walks out to James Brown. Not Payback. Damn, what is the song he walks out to? Get Down.
Oh, okay.
What is the song called? Whatever it is, but I know it's James Brown. Man, I'm blanking on what it's called. But they have these songs that are synonymous to them that aren't what you're saying. They're not these like aggressive. They hit and it's like, all right, it's war. Like let's lock in. I think for the most part, most fighters walk out and it's like happy-go-lucky. Like let's get into this mood of like, all right, I'm here. Like I don't know. I feel for the most part they walk out and it's like more happiness than anything. Even John Jones, like I'd say he has a little bit more. He walks out to the champ is here, but like. Even that one, I feel like doesn't really give me that like, all right, we're locked in.
Like hate me now.
Hate me now would be a good one.
Like Escobar season has returned.
Every time I remember like playing like UFC 3, and I was just like, man, what would be my like walkout song if I was to do it? And for me, it's always gonna be Annie Up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, always. But Funkmaster Flex's version, where he has that long intro, always that version. That one.
I'll probably pick like some DMX shit. Like
I feel like I get what you mean, but at the same time, there's also something about like I don't know, man. When Volkanovski walks out, and all you hear is ding, 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 ding. Like everyone starts singing and having a good time. It brings an energy to the crowd. I don't know. It's weird because you're walking in there to go kill somebody, but I don't know. You put you in a different headspace. Maybe
what's my name?
Next up, we brought it up earlier briefly, but I kind of want to get into this because this.
Yo, bro.
I know the car ride home for you right now is gonna be super intense.
I'm about to calm down though.
We got Tom Aspinall. Low key might be done at the UFC at least for a while.
His career is over.
He's like, I made the
all
joke.
All that waiting for Jones for nothing.
I made the joke about both eyeballs getting removed and coming back in, but low key that looks like what happened. He had to get it was at the point with the damage he had in his eyes where not only was his peripheral vision messed up, but he would see like basically there was like black dots in his vision.
Feel that.
Everything reports from he obviously can't drive, needs a driver to he's missing, like if you go to dap him up, he doesn't get your hand correctly. So like, I don't know, man. Like that's bad. I know. Like that's bad. Like I don't know. I don't know if you can fight at heavyweight and not be able to see what's coming at you. So
it's a fucking spinning elbow catches a fucking.
I feel so bad for him, but like, yo, that's the game. But yeah, apparently he says that he's had double vision ever since he was poked in both eyes during his title fight against Cyril Gane. It's bad. It's bad, and apparently it's not like the eye poke itself. It was the pressure done on his eyes by a heavyweight's hand going full speed into his eyes. Damn. So like it wasn't like he got like this kind of poke. It was just like the force of like the knuckles going in. That's what did him dirty. Yes,
the eyes hit the back of your brain.
I like to think I don't know if you watch Game of Thrones with the mountain.
Shit.
Like that. But yeah, he to me I think is going to be done for at least this year. So that's why I was saying earlier that we'll get Waldo as interim champ. You know what I'm saying, by July. Yeah. I do feel like John Jones is probably going to try to defend that belt at the White House, and I think that'll most likely be his last fight. I don't know if it's him spreading his own media rumors or this is true, but there was the whole thing of him having arthritis so bad that he can barely walk, that he wants to make sure he can still play with his kids or whatever it is. So I think for him, he's got one more and he's done.
Who, John Jones?
John Jones.
What the fuck you doing playing flag football for?
Couldn't tell you. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's media rumors or if it's him like being serious, but I'm assuming light contact and things like that are fine. But if we're talking like full fight camp and getting back into that consistently, I really do feel like he's got one more and then he's done. One more to finish off your legacy and then to fight one more time at the White House of all places and then walk off into the sunset. So him versus Alex, low-key might be right.
Nigga, Alex might knock him out.
Yeah. Yeah,
man, or maybe dude's so smart. John Jones might be so smart that
John Jones gets hit though. Like he's good, but he's older John Jones and he does get hit.
But he can grapple.
He can grapple, but Chama
don't grapple.
Chama don't grapple, but Chama hits like a brick shit house.
Yeah, but he's also getting old himself.
He is, but
I don't know, man.
Last thing to go is power, man. For me, it's what makes contact first, the single leg or that left hook. That is what's gonna matter to me in that fight. If it's the single leg, it's going to John Jones. If it's that left hook, it's Alex.
If he's in that flow state where like that last fight, Chama gets into that like fucking, I don't know what it is, but he becomes like super sane. Fucking, it's just he's just like fucking nothing.
There's nothing behind the eyes. Just kill,
bro. There's nothing that's stopping that man. No. He can't get punched. He just like. It's everything slow motion for him.
It's the fact that his kicks and like every time it's the calf kicks. They don't look like that he's going anything crazy, but every time everyone's like, I can't feel my legs. Bro. My legs actually no, I can only feel my legs. They hurt so bad. Like it's one or the other. Yeah,
I might have to like master my leg kicks.
I'll tell you right now, if I see
on
John Jones versus Alex Pereira booked for White House, bag is getting put on Alex. The bag is getting put on Alex.
I feel that.
For sure.
I would hate to see John Jones lose that last fight.
Me too. Shout out to Justin for being out and saving the city. But I'm looking directly at you, Justin, because I know you're watching this. If John Jones gets knocked out at the White House, me and you are going to have words. Yeah. I'm going to be on this podcast talking crazy.
See, you should have just like You didn't know when to bow out.
We're just gonna be like,
yeah, right.
It's gonna be mad funny. I don't know. I'm intrigued to see what they end up putting together. But bro, we're already midway through February. Like they gotta start giving us something soon.
And we haven't seen John Jones training for shit. We have seen Conor training.
We've seen Conor training.
And I love to see it, man.
I feel like Alex is always in camp.
Even if he's not in the UFC fighting, I just want to just keep on posting yourself training.
Yeah.
For the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life.
Like I feel like if you're anything you're elite at, or just why stop? At least go through the motions, keep yourself sharp, but like don't ever stop. For everyone on earth, hoopers, baseball players, don't ever stop.
I feel like I need to end the episode. That was
Yo,
that was motivational.
Yeah,
I don't know.
For what? Why?
Yeah. Life, I guess. I don't know.
You spend your whole life getting good at something, you gonna stop now?
No, I think you keep going. And if you can't physically do it anymore, you transition to keep being involved. That's why I always like the player coach. I like somebody who's done the sport long enough that they're like, now I'm gonna give my knowledge back.
Bro, I only have one regret in my life. It was.
Are you sure it's one?
It's only one.
Okay.
Because everything else is like supposed to have like. That's just
the timeline. Yeah.
I had a good time. But stopping playing basketball when I realized I wasn't gonna go play D1 college. Like, you know what I'm saying, or something like. It's like, bro, that's not the end.
No, tune into 806 The Show with their most recent episodes. You'll see that there's not the end. That's
not
at all the end of basketball for you.
Go forever. This many avenues out here.
Shout out to Kwame, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that has opened my eyes a lot. I did not know how deep like European ball got. Like,
bro, it really gets like that. Like, and even so, keep yourself sharp.
You could have been playing overseas in Argentina right now. Hooping.
The random fucking. I could have found anywhere in the world.
We would have been tuning in at 4 a.m. to watch a game.
I don't know. Ario's been in the Philippines.
Straight dunking on these. That'd be bad funny. All right, three other stories left, and I'm gonna let you pick on how you want to go about them. Do you want to go with the news? Do you want to go with the rumor, or do you want to go with the uplifting story? News, rumor, uplifting story.
Let's get the rumor out the way.
Rumor out the way. Rumor out the way.
I don't like rumors. I like real facts.
A known fan and friend of 806 The Show, of Vibe Entertainment and Uneducated MMA, Mr. Jaylen Brown, apparently talking post-career.
Oh,
might sign up for the UFC.
So he was raised by a fighter.
Yeah, I know. I had to look into it because I was like, what he know about fighting? And I looked into it and I was like, oh.
And he does a lot of training when it comes to.
So it seems like he's sharp, and it seems like he knows what he's talking about, and he's had some conversations. For me, because it said with the video that I watched, it's either in talks with the UFC with Dana or possibly boxing. That's the route I think
he'd probably end up boxing, but honestly,
Jake Paul and them.
It'd be an exhibition as because he has. As much as he does train fighting, I just can't picture him retiring from the NBA 35 plus and then going into fighting.
No, especially MMA.
Yeah, you
especially
retiring from that. I don't know. That's crazy. And he already actually has one of his wrists has damage to it where
I don't know if either one of them is a smart move for him.
Nerve damage where I don't know. He's saying it because he loves it, I think, but I just don't see it actually happening.
Fair. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like I see him going boxing, but I see him ending up what's his name? Is Nate Robinson?
Oh man,
I hope not. But
nah, because I can't. that broke my heart.
Because immediately I see him get
that was the most disappointed I've ever been on any black man. Yo, bro, we love Nate Robinson. To see him get beat up like that, and not only just get beat up like that, we thought he can actually. He's a freaking a pro athlete.
Yeah.
To not be able to throw your hands
at all.
Bro, that looked embarrassing, bro.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I feel like if he's going to do anything, it's going to be the boxing route. And if I see him go the boxing route, as every other celebrity and everybody else have known, and any other athlete, it's been with
Yeah.
MVP. You go to the Jake Paul route to get into that business. And I don't know, man.
Get a bag from it. He'll probably send it to charity.
Who knows? I mean, at the time that he decides to go, let's say there's a handful of NBA players that retire around the same time that he does. And they're all like, Yeah, let's do it. They just put together a little card.
I just seen.
You're welcome, 806. I just gave you an idea to see what fight card you'd put together with basketball players that are retired.
Yeah, man. Darren Williams was a good boxer. He had an exhibition fight once. He ended up winning. There was Nick Young, Swaggy P. He's fighting Blueface. Nick Young.
I know I'm putting money on.
And they both had their own separate exhibition fights in the past. Who else? If JB did it, I think he'd do well.
I'm with it. Yeah. Exhibition boxing. I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm with it. Nothing too crazy. All right, now I'm gonna pick it for these zones. I'm gonna go news, and I'm gonna end the episode with the uplifting story.
I like that.
So for news, breaking news.
Breaking news, nigga.
Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano.
Oh, fuck that.
In MMA.
Yeah.
On Netflix.
On Netflix, I guess.
all promoted by MVP. This was a wild one for me for multiple reasons. A, Ronda Rousey coming back. B, Gina Carano coming back. That did not expect that one at all.
I honestly don't know the other chick.
So you definitely do if you've watched The Mandalorian. That might be where you've seen her from.
Mandalorian.
Did you watch The Mandalorian?
I did.
Do you know? You remember the one that helped him get Grogu back? That had like the light heavy machine gun. She was like the tougher looking lady.
Oh shit, that sounds familiar.
She was on the ship with them when Luke Skywalker came in and like murked all the robots.
Nah, I'm gonna have to rewatch.
I'm gonna pull up the photo for you right now.
I'm gonna have to rewatch.
I was like, you've definitely seen her. So yeah, A is Ronda coming back. B is her coming back. C is MMA on Netflix. What are we doing?
That's like from an organization I never heard of.
Yeah, so you have that's the organization that Jake Paul does. So MVP was Most Valuable Promotions. They're the ones that do all the events so far that have happened to boxing through Netflix, and they're getting some names on there.
Since Nate Robinson got embarrassed like that, that was the last fight I watched up until Jake Paul finally getting knocked out by Anthony Joshua.
Okay,
so I haven't really I haven't tapped into this organization at all, really.
I think that it's because you haven't really seen a lot of like big names. I think the last one that they really had was the one where they had Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Like that would be. I think that would be the biggest one. So her.
Oh, where was she? Where was she been? She was a UFC fighter.
Yeah. Well, no, not a UFC fighter, but she
looks like a wrestler.
She is known to be. I guess one of the pioneers of women's MMA is the best way to give respect to her. I believe she has a fighting career. When I looked it up earlier, it's like 7-1. She fought in like Strikeforce and those previous MMA organizations. Okay. Her one loss comes from Chris Cyborg, who's also known to be one of the greatest women's MMA fighters of all time. So for this one, this is a big moment of just like two legends in women's MMA. Stepping out of retirement, they're going for one last one.
They definitely pioneers. I remember back in the day when Ronda Rousey was killing shit. It felt like these girls were just literally just throwing each other around like judo. It was all judo. I felt like they were just judo masters. I didn't like that shit.
I think it's one of those things of you see the evolution of the sport for them. I feel like that might have been more. But you got to think about it like. Back then, how many women felt comfortable enough to step into, let's say, like a kickboxing or a Muay Thai gym, or even then just an MMA gym and just kind of go from there? So for them, maybe it was that judo was a little bit more friendly, and there are other disciplines that were a little bit more friendly to women joining, and then from there they were able to pivot into MMA. Because at the beginning of MMA, for the most part, it is. What is your specialty? Take that and let's see if you can beat the other ones. And then after a while, people started putting them all together, and now we have what we have as the sport of MMA. But for them, they also had the bare bones where we think back to the beginning of UFC with Royce Gracie and the whole nine wearing the gi against dudes that are wearing sneakers for wrestling. Like they had their own version of that of like I
fucks with the Gracies, man.
Beginning of it, you know.
I don't fuck with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that much. But I fuck with the Gracies because they pioneers for real, for real.
They are.
Nah, but like Ronda, I'm not going to say anything mean, but I hope the other girl wins.
I get what you mean.
Yeah,
I get what you mean.
I'm trying to keep it light.
For me, it's two things. I'm definitely gonna tune into this one, and then also I'm just intrigued to see who else they get on this card. I've seen this question posed ever since the announcement was dropped this morning, where they have money backing them. They have available free agents that they can kind of choose from. no UFC fighters available.
I am happy for them in the way that because back then they probably wasn't getting shit for pay. So this will be good for them to
good paycheck for
get their all comes for full circle. They get they check and stuff like that. I don't know, Ronda Rousey. She seems like she'd be the Karen of all Karens. Like, if you had Ronda Rousey as a neighbor, like, she's calling police on you.
Okay, I can see that.
Off a little Spanish music playing.
I'll tell you this. I don't know her personally. But from what I've heard from other people's interviews, she does not seem like the coolest person to work with.
Like, very...
I don't know about personally, but at least work with, not necessarily.
Like a sense of entitlement, a sense of like... You know, like when like... For music, this is a little different, but like different example, like a music artist that was finessed by the music industry and became a disgruntled human being.
Mace.
Yeah, something like that.
I was like, just say Mace. You could just say Mace.
Yeah, he got a little better.
Yeah.
Because he only talks sports now, but like before, there's a couple other people that's kind of just like that grumpy old man that like.
She the last time it was funny because like the last thing she was in the news for was like she was getting a lot of flack for like giving shit to Joe Rogan. She's like, what does he know?
Oh yeah,
and everyone was just like, Joe Rogan talks nothing but amazing things about you. What's wrong with you? Like,
bro, I think that was the last straw.
Yeah.
When I seen that, I was just like, "Fuck are you talking about?" it's like, yo, he's the fucking like for someone to, I think anyone to hate on Joe Rogan, I might not like you.
Yeah. I think you gotta just you gotta look at like her as a person, and for me, I see it as like this, based off what you're telling me. She came in, she got all the fame in the world, she thought she was the greatest of all time, and then she got hit in the mouth, and now she's upset about it.
And then who was it? Was it Nunez?
Nunez, yeah. So a few people, Holly Holm.
Oh yeah, bro. They realized.
I would say that I for me, Ronda Rousey's career that I saw was her getting knocked like I heard of all the respect that they gave her going into those fights, but it was her getting smooth knocked out.
So here's this judo freaking person getting knocked out by some real fighters. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's killing it. She's ill. Like, oh, because there's no women's fighting. And then you recruit some women fighters, get your organization kind of, all right, we have a whole division now, and you're not up there. I never saw her as that good.
For me, she is. I'm gonna put her up as that good. I just think that she came in, she brought in her talent, she showed her talent, she was able to beat a lot of women, she was able to establish her dominance. But then the sport evolved. She did not evolve with, and it overtook her.
She needs to just smile a little bit more.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. It's funny because I really do get what you mean. Like
she has like this like
a scowl.
Yeah, like a dark cloud hanging over her.
I think
she feels like the world.
She's a little bitter, because she had that stint with the WWE that apparently also didn't work out well. So like I'm telling you, she left the UFC to go there, and that also didn't seem to end well. So I think she does something about her. Man, who knows? Man, the uplifting story.
Yeah.
And if you're an MMA fan, you saw this story, and it brought a tear to your eye as well. I looked at this on my phone, and I've never been just like you root for the boy. You love to see when something just goes right in the world, and you're just like, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody clap your hands. Cain Valasquez is home.
Oh, yeah. Free my dog.
Free my dog. He's on parole. 1,283 days served out of his 5-year sentence. But my boy's on parole. He got back with his family. They had the mariachi band playing for him on the way out. And he's finally back out. Listen, again,
that's fire.
We may not agree with the methods,
hey,
but the intent was there, my guy.
Yeah, man.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I had a.
We don't gotta get too much into it because obviously YouTube and whatnot. But it's just happy to see that stuff happens. People go to jail. Life be lifing.
Sometimes you fuck up.
Yeah, but we're happy to see him on the other side of things. You want to look into what happened, you look into what happened. But like for me, I think I was just happy to see him out. I feel like this has been a story where like everybody in the grandmother was like, Man, don't lock him up for nothing. I think anybody else would have done the same thing. So when you see stuff like this happen, you're just like, give him a little slap on the wrist, community service. He should be all right. But they had to put him away for at least a little bit. But now he's out. I think he's on parole. We're going to see Cain at some UFC events. We're going to see him getting his stuff, So
I would love to see the UFC honor him more.
Yeah.
Like beyond like this, because the heavyweight division needs a little spark.
They do.
Just maybe a little ceremony or something, or but I fucks with Cain Valasquez. Like
I do too.
I used to smoke weed with this.
Cain Valasquez?
No, but it was one of his people that would train wrestling with him growing up.
That's dope.
In Arizona.
That's a small circle. Wow.
It's like, how the fuck you end up here? He's like, he ended up as renting out the apartment upstairs. It was pretty much in the attic at my friend's house. So it was just like he just smelled all the weed. He's like, he decided to knock downstairs, came downstairs, knocked on my friend's door while we were smoking weed. Like, yo, y'all got any weed? I was like, yeah. And then we were smoking. It's like, he told us about it. Yeah, I used to wrestle back. I was like, damn, Cain Valasquez, what a small fucking world. But shout out to dude, man.
Shout out to Cain Valasquez. Yeah.
Man.
Shout out to that guy, too.
Yeah, I forget his name, but he was cool as shit.
Shout out to him. But yeah, man, just a dope story. I feel like ended it off on a positive note. Shout out to Cain. Like I said, everybody, I know this episode was a little all over the place. Big filler episode energy. Definitely tune into the fights this weekend, though. Like I said, even though the names might not be recognizable, they're always good fights. I feel like, especially for the ones that I saw, I'm definitely looking forward to some scraps. Even when I looked at the prelims, honestly, some of those prelim matchups look better than the main card matchups. So definitely, as we always say, don't sleep on the prelims. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, anytime I see some card like this, I know it's going to be good.
And it's going to be fire. And as always, we're going to watch them how we're going to watch them. You going to watch it how you going to watch them. This has been another episode of Uneducated MMA.
Yeah.
I've been Ronda Bread, the BMF champion Ariel.
Yes, sir.
Peace. DJ, play my music.
Yeah.